westward, Wales, beyond the Severn shore and all the fertile land within, this bound to Owen Glendower. And, dear cuz, to you, the remnant northward, lying off from Trent.
Let me fix my portion. No from Burton here, in quantity, equals not one of yours. See how this river comes me cranking in, cuts me from the best of all my land. A huge half moon, a monstrous Cantal at. I'll have the current in this place dammed up, and here the smug and silver Trent shall run in a new channel, fair and evenly. It shall not wind with such a deep indent to rob me of so rich a valley there.
Not wind, it shall, it must, you see, it doth.
Yea, and mark how it bears its course and cuts me off with like advantage on the other side. It's gelding the opposed continent as much as on the other side it takes from you.
Yeah, but a little change will trench him. Here. And on the north side win this cape of land, and then he runs straight and even.
I'll have it so. A little change, you'll do it.
I'll not have it altered.
Will not you?
No, nor you shall not.
Who shall say me nay?
Why, that will I.
Let me not understand you then. Speak it in Welsh.
I can't speak English, Lord, as well as you. For I was trained up in the English court, where being but young, I framed to the harp many an English ditty lovely well, and gave the tongue a helpful ornament, a virtue that was never seen in you. Come, you shall have Trent turned. Nice one, lads.
I do not care. I'll give thrice so much land to any well-deserving friend. But in the way of bargain, mark ye me, I'll cavil on the 9th part of a hair. Are the indentures drawn?
Yeah.
How shall we be gone?
The moon shines fair. You may away by night. Break with the ladies your departure hence, for there will be a world of water shed upon the parting of your wives and you.
Oh, oh, how you're my hero. Oh, oh, how you're never here though. Remember times when you put me on your shoulders. How I wish it was forever you would hold us. Oh, oh, right now I'm too young to know how in the future it will affect me when you go. Oh, oh, you could have had it all. You, me and Mum, you know, anything was possible. I won't be the lonely one sitting on my own and sad. A 50-year-old reminiscing what I had. I won't be the lonely one sitting on my own and sad. Forget your dad, he's gone. Forget your dad, he's gone. He's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Oh, oh. All I wanted was a kick about in the park, for you to race me home when it was nearly getting dark. How I could have been yours and you be mine. It could have been you and me until the end of time. Oh, do what you want when you want. Be as fucking insincere as you can. What kind of way was that to treat your wife? To see your kids on Saturday? What way is that to live your life? I won't be the lonely one sitting on my own and sad. A 50-year-old reminiscing what I had. I won't be the lonely one sitting on
many thousand of my poorest subjects are at this hour asleep? Oh, sleep. Oh, gentle sleep, nature's soft nurse, how have I frighted thee, that thou no more wilt weigh my eyelids down, nor steep my senses in forgetfulness? Why rather sleep liest thou in smoky cribs, upon uneasy pallets stretching thee, and hushed with buzzing night flies to thy slumber, than in the perfumed chambers of the great, under a canopy of costly state, and lulled with sound of sweetest melody? Oh, thou dull god, why liest thou with the vile in loathsome beds, and leav'st the kingly couch a watch case or a common larum bell? Wilt thou upon the high and giddy mast seal up the ship boy's eyes, and rock his brains in cradle of the rude imperious surge, and in the visitation of the winds, who take the ruffian billows by the top, curling their monstrous heads, and hanging them with deafening clamour in the slippery clouds, that with the hurly death itself awakes? Canst thou, O partial sleep, give thy repose to the wet sea boy in an hour so rude, and in the calmest and most stillest night, with all appliances and means to boot, deny it to a king? Then happy low, lie down. Uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. I know not whether God would have it so, for some displeasing service I have done, but thou dost, in thy passages of life, make me believe that thou art only marked for the hot vengeance and the rod of heaven to punish my mistreadings. Tell me else. Could such inordinate and low desires, such poor, such bare, such lewd, such mean attempts, such barren pleasures, rude society as thou art matched withal, and grafted to, accompany the greatness of thy blood, and hold their level with thy princely heart?
So please your majesty, I could quit all offences with this clear excuse, as well as I am certain I can purge myself of many I am charged withal. Yet such extenuation let me beg, as in disproof of many tales devised by smiling thick-tanks and base newsmongers, I may, for some things true, wherein my youth had faulty, wandered, and irregular, find pardon on my true submission.
Thy place in council thou hast rudely lost, and art almost an alien to the hearts of all the court and princes of thy blood. The hope and expectation of thy time is ruined, and the soul of every man prophetically doth forethink thy fall. Had I so lavish of my presence been, so cheap and stale to vulgar company, opinion that did help me to the crown had left me in reputeless banishment. By being seldom seen, I could not stir, but like a comet I was wondered at, that men would tell their children, "This is he." Others would say, "Where? Which is Bolingbroke?" And then I stole all courtesy from heaven, and dressed myself in such humility that I did pluck allegiance from men's hearts, loud shouts and exclamations from their mouths, even in the presence of the crowned king. The skipping king. He ambled up and down, mingled his royalty with capering fools, grew a companion to the common streets, enfeoffed himself to popularity. So when he had occasion to be seen, he was but as the cuckoo is in June, heard, not regarded, seen, but with such eyes as sick and blunted with community afford no extraordinary gaze, such as is bent on sun-like majesty, being with his presence glutted, gorged, and full. And in that very line, Harry, standest thou.
For thou hast lost thy princely privilege with vile participation. Not an eye but is aweary of thy common sight, save mine, which hath desired to see thee more.
I shall hereafter, my thrice gracious lord, be more myself.
For all the world, as thou art to this hour, was Richard then. And even as I was then, is Hotspur now. He hath more worthy interest to the state than thou, the shadow of succession. He doth fill fields with harness to the realm, turns head against the lion's angry jaws, and being no more in debt to years than thou, leads ancient lords and reverend bishops on to bloody battles and to bruising arms to shake the peace and safety of our throne. But wherefore do I tell these news to thee? Why, Harry, do I tell thee of my foes, who art my nearest and dearest enemy? Thou art like enough through vassal fear, base inclination, and the start of spleen, to fight against me and the Hotspur's pay, to dog his heels and curtsy at his frowns, to show how much thou art degenerate.
Do not think so. You shall not find it so. And God forgive those that so much have swayed your majesty's good thoughts away from me. I will redeem all this on Hotspur's head. And in the closing of some glorious day, be bold to tell you that I am your son, when I will wear a garment all of blood, and stain my favours in a bloody mask, which washed away shall scour my shame with it, and that shall be the day whene'er it lights, that this same child of honour and renown, oh, this gallant Hotspur, this all praised knight, and your unthought of Harry chance to meet, for every honour sitting on his helm, would they were multitudes. And on my head, my shames redoubled. For the time will come when I will make this northern youth exchange his glorious deeds for my indignities. And I will call him to so strict account that he shall render every glory up, or I will tear the reckoning from his heart. This in the name of God, I promise here.
Look, leave her alone. This is not your scene,
Whatever.
all right? And now, Sir Walter, thy looks are full of speed.
So have the news I come to speak of, that Douglas and the English rebels met the 11th of this month at Shrewsbury, and mighty and a fearful head they are as ever offered foul play in the state.
On Wednesday next, Harry, you shall set forward. On Thursday, we ourselves shall march. Come, let's away. Advantage feeds him fat, while men delay.
Yet, who picked my pocket?
Why, Sir John? What do you think, Sir John? Do you think I keep thieves in my house? I've searched, I have inquired, man by man, boy by boy, servant by servant. The 10th part of a hair was never lost in my house before.
You lie, hostess. I'll be sworn my pocket was picked. Go to. You are a woman. Go.
Who I? No, I defy thee. God's light, I was never called so in mine own house before.
Go to, I know thee well enough.
No, Sir John, you do not know me, Sir John. I know you, Sir John. You owe me money, Sir John, and now you pick a quarrel to beguile me of it. I bought you a dozen of shirts to your back, and for your diet and drinkings and money lent you owe £24.
He had his part of it, let him pay.
He, alas, he is poor, he hath nothing.
How poor? Look upon his face. What call you rich? He's Scottish, he's paranoid, he's related to Donald Trump. Oh, don't worry about it, mate. You ain't got the hair. Shall I not take my knees in mine in, but I should have my pocket picked? I have lost a seal ring of my grandfather's worth 40 mark.
Oh, Jesu! I've heard the prince tell him I know not how oft, that wing was copper.
Ow! The prince is a jack, a sneak up. Splud, and he were here, I would cudgel him like a dog, and he should say, so how now, lad? Is the wind in that dory, Faith? Must we all march?
My lord, I pray you hear me.
What sayest thou, mistress, quickly? How did thy husband? I love him well, he's an honest man.
Good, my lord, hear me.
Prithee, let her alone and listen to me.
What sayest thou, Jack?
The other night I fell asleep here and had my pocket picked. This house is turned baldy house. They pick pockets.
What did thou lose, Jack?
Wilt thou believe me, Hal? 3 or 4 bonds worth £40 apiece and a seal ring of my grandfather's.
A trifle, some 8-penny matter.
So I told him, my lord. And I said, I heard your grace say so, and my lord, he speaks most vilely of you, like a foul-mouthed man, as he is, and said he would cudgel you.
What? He did not.
Oh, there's neither faith, truth, nor womanhood in me else.
No more faith in you than in a stewed prune. Go, you thing, go.
Say what thing? What thing? I am an honest man's wife, and setting thy knighthood aside, thou art a knave to call me such.
Setting thy womanhood aside, thou art a beast to say otherwise.
Say what beast, thou knave thou.
What beast? Why, an otter.
An otter? Sir John, why an otter?
Well, she's neither fish nor flesh. A man knows not where to have her.
Thou art an unjust man in saying so. Thou or any man knows where to have me, thou knave thou.
Sex with you is like throwing a sausage up a street.
Oh.
Hey, you've seen more pricks than a dartboard.
You got a snatch like a clown's pocket.
You've got a twat like the TARDIS.
Do you think that's funny? Do you think that is funny? We discussed this. We agreed we weren't going to do this bit.
Oh, don't turn the lights on.
Stick to the Shakespeare.
Hannah, we talked about this scene.
Yeah, we decided it
No,
was...
you decided.
I know what you're trying to do, just get on with playing.
Yeah.
Back to the hostess, they'll say it's true. Come on, Andrea. Come on.
Thou sayest true, hostess, and he slanders thee most grossly.
So he doth you, my lord, and said this other day you owed him £1,000.
Sarah, do I owe you £1,000?
£1,000? How? 1,000,000? Thy love is worth 1,000,000.
Nay, my lord, he called you Jack and said he would cudgel you.
Did I, Bardolph?
Indeed, Sir John, you said so.
Yeah, if he said my ring was copper.
I say 'tis copper. There's no room for faith, truth, or honesty in this bosom of thine that's all filled up with guts and midriff. You charge an honest woman with picking thy pocket?
Oi!
Why, thou whoreson, impudent rascal, art thou not ashamed?
You confess then you picked my pocket.
It appears so, by the story.
Hostess, I forgive thee. Go, make ready breakfast. Love thy husband. Look to thy servants. Cherish thy guests. Thou shalt find me tractable to any honest reason. Thou seest I am pacified. Nay, prithee, be gone. Now, how? To the news at court. For the robbery, lad. How is that answered?
Oh, my sweet beef, I must still be a good angel to thee. The money is paid back again. I am good friends with my father, and I may do anything.
Rob me the exchequer, the first thing thou dost.
Do, my lord.
I have procured thee, Jack, a charge of foot.
Oh, would it have been of horse? Well, God be thanked for these rebels. They offend none but the virtuous. I laud them. I praise them.
Bardolph,
My lord.
go bear this letter to my lord of Westmoreland. Pito, to horse, to horse. You and I have 30 miles to ride yet ere dinner time. Jack, meet me tomorrow in the Temple Hall, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There shalt thou know thy charge. The land is burning. Hotspur stands on high. And either we or they must lower lie.
Rare words! Brave world! Hostess, my breakfast, come. Oh, I could wish this tavern were my drum.
Crazy.
Well said, my noble Scot. By God, I cannot flatter. I do defy the tongues of soothers. But a braver place in my heart's love hath no man than yourself. Nay, task me to my word. Approve me, Lord!
Thou art the king of honor. No man so potent breathes upon the ground, but I will defy him.
Do so, and 'tis well. What letters hast thou there?
These letters come from your father.
Letters from him? Why comes he not himself?
He cannot come, my lord. He is grievous sick.
Sick? Now? We droop now? This sickness doth infect the very lifeblood of our enterprise. 'Tis catching hither, even to our camp. He writes me here that inward sickness, and that his friends by deputation could not so soon be drawn. Nor did he think it meet to lay so dangerous and dear a trust on any soul deputed but his own. Yet doth he give us bold advertisement that with our small conjunction we should on. For as he writes, there is no quailing now, because the king is certainly possessed of all our purposes. What say you to it?
Your father's sickness is a maim to us. It will be thought by some that know not why he is away, that wisdom, loyalty, and mere dislike of our proceedings kept the earl from hence.
I rather of his absence make this use. It lends a lustre, a more great opinion, a larger dare to our great enterprise than if the earl were here. For men may think if we, without his help, can make a head to push against a kingdom, but with his help, we shall turn it topsy-turvy down. My cousin Vernon, welcome by my soul.
Pray God my news be worth a welcome, Lord. The Earl of Westmoreland, 7,000 strong, is marching hitherward.
No harm. What more?
And further, I have learned the king himself in person is set forth, or hitherwards intended speedily, with strong and mighty preparation.
He shall be welcome too. Where is his son, the nimble-footed madcap Prince of Wales, and his comrades that doff the world aside and bid it pass?
All furnished, all in arms, as full of spirit as the month of May, and gorgeous as the sun at midsummer. I saw young Harry with his armour on rise from the ground like feathered Mercury, and vaulted with such ease into his seat as if an angel dropped down from the clouds to turn and wind a fiery Pegasus and witch the world with noble horsemanship.
No more, no more. Let them come. They come like sacrifices in their trim, and to the fire-eyed maid of smoky war, all hot and bleeding, will we offer them. The May-led Mars shall on his altar sit up to the ears in blood. I am on fire to hear this rich reprisal is so nigh and yet not ours. That Glendower will come.
There is more news. He cannot draw his power this 14 days.
That's the worst tidings that I hear of yet.
I by my faith that bears a frosty sound.
Now, what made the king's whole battle reach unto?
30,000.
40! Let it be. My father and Glendower being both away, the powers of us may serve so great a day. Come, let us take a muster speedily. Your doomsday is near, die all, die merrily.
I come with gracious offers of the king, if you'll vouchsafe me hearing and respect.
Welcome, my noble lord, and would to God you are of our determination.
The king have sent to know the nature of your griefs, and whereupon you conjure from the breast of civil peace such bold hostility, teaching his duteous land audacious cruelty.
My father and my uncle and myself did give him that same royalty he wears. My lord, we will withdraw a while, and in the morning shall my uncle Worcester give the king our purposes. So farewell.
My lord of Worcester, 'tis not well that you and I should meet upon such terms as now we meet. You have deceived our trust, and made us doff our easy robes of peace to crush our old limbs in ungentle steel. This is not well, my lord. This is not well. How say you to it? Will you again unknit that churlish knot of all abhorred war, and move in that obedient orb again where you did give a fair and natural light, and be no more a prodigy of fear, and a portent of cursed mischief to the unborn times?
Hear me, my liege. For mine own part, I could be well content to entertain the lag end of my life with quiet hours, for I do protest I have not sought the day of this dislike.
You have not sought it. How comes it then?
Rebellion lay in his way and he found it.
Peace to us, peace.
It did please your majesty to turn your looks of favor from myself and all our house. And yet I must remember you, my lord. We were the first and dearest of your friends. For you, my staff of office did I break in Richard's time, and posted day and night to meet you on the way and kiss your hand, when yet you were in place and in account nothing so strong or fortunate as I. It was myself, my brother, and his son that brought you home and boldly did out there the dangers of the time. You swore to us, and you did swear that oath at Doncaster, that you did nothing purpose against the state, nor claim no further than your new fallen right, the seat of God, Dukedom of Lancaster. To this we swore our aid, but in short space it rained down fortune, showering on your head, and such a flood of greatness fell on you. What with our help? What with the absent king? What with the injuries of a wanton time, the seeming sufferances that you had borne, and the contrarious winds that held the king so long in his unlucky Irish wars that all in England did repute him dead? And from this swarm of fair advantages, you took occasion to be quickly wooed, to grip the general sway into your hand, forget your oath to us at Doncaster, and being fed by us, used us so as that ungentle gull, the cuckoo bird, useth the sparrow, did oppress our nest, and grew by our feeding to so great a bulk that even our love does not come near your sight for fear of swallowing. But with nimble wing, we were enforced for safety's sake to fly out of sight and raise his present head, whereby we stand opposed by such means as you yourself have forged against yourself by unkind usage, dangerous countenance, and violation of all faith and troth sworn to us in your younger enterprise.
These things indeed you have articulate, proclaimed at market crosses, read in churches, to trim the garment of rebellion with some fine colours that may please the eye of fickle changelings and poor discontents who gape and rub the elbow at the news of pell-mell havoc and confusion.
In both your armies there is many a soul shall pay full dearly for this encounter, if once they join in trial. Tell your nephew, the Prince of Wales doth join with all the world in praise of Harry Hotspur. I do not think a braver gentleman, more active, valiant, more daring, or more bold, is now alive to grace this latter age with noble deeds. For my part, I may speak it to my shame, I have a truant been to chivalry. Yet this, before my father's majesty, I will, to save the blood on either side, try fortune with him in a single fight.
And Prince of Wales, so dare we venture thee, and yet considerations infinite to make against it. No, good Worcester, no, we love our people well, even those we love that are misled upon your nephew's part. And will they take the offer of our grace, both he and they and you, yea, every man shall be my friend again, and I'll be his. So tell your nephew, and bring me word what he will do. So, be gone.
How? If you should see me down in the battleground and bestride me so, 'tis a point of friendship.
Nothing but a colossus can do thee that friendship. Say thy prayers and farewell.
I would it were bedtime, Hal, and all were well.
Why thou owest God a debt?
'Tis not due yet. I am loath to pay him before his day. What need I be so forward with him that calls not on me? Well, 'tis no matter. Honour pricks me on. Yeah, but how if honour do prick me off when I come on? How then? Can honour set a leg? No. Or an arm? No. Or take away the grief of a wound? No. What is honour? A word. What is in that word, honour? What is that honour? Air. Who hath it? He that died of Wednesday? Doth he feel it? No. Doth he hear it? No. 'Tis insensible then. Yeah, to the dead. But will it not live with the living? No. Why? Slander will not suffer it. Therefore I'll have none of it. Honour is a mere scutcheon. And so ends my catechism.
Oh no! My nephew must not know, good Vernon, the liberal and kind offer of the king.
'Twere best he did.
Then are we all undone? It is not possible. It cannot be. The king will keep his word in loving us. He shall suspect us still and find the time to pay this offense in other faults. Look how we can, or sad, or merrily, interpretation will misquote our looks, and we shall feed like oxen at a stall, the better cherished still the nearer death. My nephew's trespass may be well forgot. It hath the excuse of youth and heat of blood. All his offenses live upon my head and upon his father's. We did train him on. And his corruption being ta'en from us, we, as the spring of all, shall pay for all. Therefore, good cousin, let not Hotspur know in any case the offer of the king.
Deliver what you will. I'll say it is so. Here comes your nephew.
Uncle, what news?
There is no seeming mercy in the king.
Huh, did you beg any? God forbid.
I told him gently of our grievances, of his oath breaking, which he mended thus. He calls us traitors, rebels, and will scourge with haughty arm that hateful name in us.
Arm, gentlemen, to arms! For I will throw a brave defiance in King Henry's teeth, which cannot choose but bring him quickly on.
My lord, here are letters for you.
I cannot read them now. Oh, gentlemen, the time of life is short. To spend that shortness basely were too long. Let each man do his best. Now, Esperance, Percy, and set on. Sound all the lofty instruments of war. Ha. And by that music, let us all embrace. And if we live to tread on kings. If die, brave death, when princes die with us.
What is thy name, that in this battle dost thou crossest me?
Nor then my name is Douglas, and I do haunt thee in the battle thus, because some tell me that thou art a king.
They tell thee true.
Nay, then this arm shall end thee, unless thou yield thee as my prisoner.
I was not born a yielder, thou proud Scot.
All's done. All's won. Here breathless lies the king.
Where?
Here.
This Douglas? No. I know this face full well. A gallant knight he was. His name was Blunt, semblably furnished like the king himself.
A fool go with thy soul, whither it goes. Why didst thou tell me that thou wert a king?
The king hath many marching in his coats.
Now by this hand, I'll kill all his courts. I'll murder all his wardrobe, piece by piece, until I meet the king. Another king? God, they grow like Hydra's heads. I am the Douglas, fatal to all those that wear those colours on them. What art thou that counterfeits the person of a king?
The king himself, who Douglas grieves at heart so many of his shadows thou hast met, and not the very king.
I fear thou art another counterfeit. And yet, in faith, thou bear'st thee like a king. But mine, I am sure thou art, whoe'er thou be, and thus I win thee.
Hold up thy head, vile Scot, or thou art like never to hold it up again. It is the Prince of Wales that threatens thee, who never promised it, but he means to pay.
If I mistake not, thou art the Prince of Wales.
Thou speaks as if I would deny me name.
My name is Harry Hotspur.
2 stars keep not their motion in one sphere, nor can one England brook a double reign of Harry Hotspur and the Prince of Wales.
Nor shall it, Harry, for the hour is come to end the one of us. And would to God thy name in arms were now as great as mine. Harry, thou hast robbed me of my youth. I rather bear the loss of brittle life than those proud titles thou hast won of me. They wound my thoughts more than sword my flesh. But thoughts, the slaves of life, and life, time's fool, and time that takes a survey of all the world must have a stop. I could prophesy, but that the earthy and cold hand of death lies on my tongue. No, Hotspur, thou art dust and food
For worms, brave Harry. Fare thee well, great heart. Ill-weaved ambition, how much art thou shrunk? When that this body did contain a spirit, a kingdom, for it was too small a bound, but now 2 paces of the vilest earth is room enough. Adieu, and take thy praise with thee to heaven. What? Old acquaintance. Cannot all this flesh keep in a little life? Poor Jack. Farewell. I could have better spared a better man. Death hath not struck so fat a deer today. Though many dearer in this bloody fray. Embowelled will I see thee by and by, till then in blood by noble Hotspur lie.
Embowelled? Splud, 'twas time to counterfeit. Well, that hot termagant Scot had paid me, Scot and lot too. The better part of valour is discretion. Wherein the better part I have saved me life. Soon's I am afraid of this gunpowder Hotspur, though he be dead. For what if he doth counterfeit too and rise? Therefore I'll make him sure. Yeah, and I'll swear I killed him. Come here. Ooh! Oh!
My lord, whom have we here? Did you not tell me this fat man was dead?
I did. I saw him dead, breathless and bleeding on the ground. Art thou alive? I pray thee, speak.
There is Percy. If thy father should do me any honour, so. If not, let him kill the next Hotspur himself. I look to be either an earl or a duke, I can assure you.
Why, Hotspur I killed myself and saw thee dead.
Lord, how This world is given to lying. I grant you I was down and out of breath, and so was he. But we rose both at an instant and fought a long hour.
This is the strangest tale that ever I heard.
Yeah, this is the strangest fellow, my noble lord. Come, bring your luggage nobly on your back. For my part, if I may do thee grace, I'll gild it with the happiest terms I have. The trumpet sounds retreat. The day is ours.
He that rewards me, may God reward him.
Thus ever did rebellion find rebuke. Ill-spirited Worcester, did not we send grace, pardon, and terms of love to all of you? 5,000 creatures would have lived this hour, if like a Christian thou hadst truly borne betwixt our armies true intelligence.
What I have done, my safety urged me to, and I embrace this fortune patiently.
Bear Worcester to the death. And Vernon too.
Here the Douglas is. I beseech your grace I may dispose of him.
With all my heart.
Deliver him up to his pleasure, ransomless and free. His valour shown upon our crests today had taught us all to cherish such high deeds, even in the bosom of our adversaries.
Then this remains, that we divide our powers. My cousin Westmoreland toward York shall bend you with your dearest speed. Myself and you, son Harry, will to Wales, to fight Glendower and the Mortimer, who, as we hear, are busily in arms. Rebellion in this land shall lose his sway, meeting the check of such another day.
Who keeps the gate here, ho?
He that but fears the thing he would not know hath by instinct knowledge from others' eyes that what he feared is chanced. Say not that Hotspur's dead.
I am sorry I should force you to believe that which I would to God I had not seen. But these mine eyes saw him in bloody state, rendering faint quittance, wearied and outbreathed to the Prince of Wales, whose swift wrath beats down our never-daunted Hotspur to the earth, from whence with life he never more sprung up. The sum of all is that the king hath won. That is the news at full.
Fuera ya, fina muleta. Ciña el hierro mi frente y venga ya la hora más cruel que tiempo y malquerencia osen lanzar contra la furia de Northumberland.
Sweet Earl, divorce not your wisdom from your honour. The lives of all your loving complices lean on your health, the which, if you give o'er to stormy passion, must of force decay. I hear for certain, and do speak truth, the Archbishop of York is up with well-appointed powers. He is a man who, with a double surety, binds his followers, turns insurrection to religion, and more and less do flock to follow him.
Go in with me. I'll counsel every man the aptest way for safety and revenge. My honour is at pawn, and but my going, nothing can redeem it.
Oh, for God's sake, go not to these wars! The time was, Father, that you broke your word when your dear Percy, when my heart's dear Harry through many a northward look to see his father bring up his powers. But he did long in vain. What then persuaded you to stay at home? There were two honours lost, yours and your son's. For yours, the God of heaven brighten it. For his, it stuck upon him as the sun
in the grey vault of heaven, and by his light did all the chivalry of England move to do brave acts, so that in speech, in gait, in diet, in affections of delight, in military rules, in humours of blood, he was the mark and glass, copy and book that fashioned others, and him. Oh, wondrous him! Oh, miracle of men, him did you leave! Second to none, unseconded by you, to look upon the hideous god of war in disadvantage, so you left him. Never, never do his ghost the wrong to hold your honour more precise and nice with others than with him. Let them alone. The marshal and the archbishop are strong. Had my sweet Harry had but half their numbers today, might I, hanging on Hotspur's neck, have talked of a prince's grave?
Beshrew your heart, fair daughter. You do draw my spirits from me with new lamenting ancient oversights. But I must go and meet with danger there, or he will seek me in another place and find me worse provided. ¡Suelta! ¡Suelta!
¡Vamos, mira!
Indoors and none abroad. How doth the king?
Exceeding ill.
I heard ye the good news, yes. The Earl of Northumberland is overthrown.
He altered much upon the hearing it.
If he be sick with joy, he'll recover without physic.
Not so much noise, my lord. Sweet prince, speak low. The king your father is disposed to sleep.
Let us withdraw into the other room.
Will please your grace to go along with us?
No. I will sit and watch here by the king. Oh, why doth the crown lie here upon his pillow? Being so troublesome a bedfellow. Oh, polished perturbation. Golden care. There lies a downy feather which stirs not. Did he suspire? That light and weightless down, perforce, must move. My gracious liege, my father. This sleep is sound indeed. This is a sleep that from this golden wriggle hath divorced so many English kings. Thy due from me is tears. and heavy sorrows of the blood, which nature, love, and filial tenderness shall, oh dear Father, pay thee plenteously. And thy due to me is this imperial crown, which as immediate as thy place and blood derives itself to me, lo, here it sits, which God shall guard, and put the world's whole strength into one giant arm. It shall not force this lineal honour from me.
Dost thou so hunger for mine empty chair, that thou wilt needs invest thee with my honours before thy hour be ripe? O foolish youth, thou seek'st the greatness that will overwhelm thee. Thou hast stolen that which after some few hours were thine without offence. Thy life did manifest thou lovest me not, and thou wilt have me die assured of it. Then get thee gone, and dig my grave thyself, and bid the merry bells ring to thine ear that thou art crowned, not that I am dead. Give that which gave thee life unto the worms. Pluck down my officers, break my decrees. Harry the Fifth is crowned. Up, vanity, down, royal state. All you sage councillors hence, and to the English court assemble now from every region, apes of idleness. Now, neighbour confines, purge you of your scum. Have you a ruffian that will swear, drink, dance, revel the night, rob, murder, commit the oldest sins, the newest kind of ways? Be happy, he will trouble you no more. England shall give him office, honour, might. For the fifth Harry from curbed license plucks the muzzle of restraint, and the wild dog shall flesh his tooth on every innocent. Oh, my poor country, sick with civil blows, oh, thou wilt be a wilderness again, peopled with wolves, thine old inhabitants.
There is your crown. God witness with me, when I here came in and found no course of breath within your majesty, how cold it struck my heart. If I do fain, oh, let me in my present wildness die, and never live to show the incredulous world the noble change that I have purposed. Coming to look on you, thinking you dead and dead, almost my liege to think you were, I spake unto this crown as having sense, and thus upbraided it. The care on thee depending hath fed upon the body of my father. Therefore, thou best of gold art worst of gold. Other less fine in carat is more precious, preserving life and medicine potable, but thou, most fine, most honoured, most renowned, hast et thy bearer up, and thus my most royal liege, I put it on my head to try with it, as with an enemy that had before my face murdered my father, the quarrel of a true inheritor.
Come hither, Harry. Sit thou by my bed, and here I think the very latest counsel that ever I shall breathe. God knows, my son, by what bypaths and indirect crooked ways I met this crown. But now, my death changes the mood, for what in me was purchased falls upon thee in a more fairer sort. Yet though thou standst more strong than I could do, thou art not firm enough, since griefs are green, and all my friends, which thou must make thy friends, have but their stings and teeth newly ta'en out. Therefore, my Harry, be it thy course to busy, giddy minds with foreign quarrels, that action thus borne out may waste the memory of the former days. More would I, but my lungs are wasted so that strength of speech is utterly denied me. how I came by the crown. Oh, God forgive. And grant it may with thee in true peace live.
My gracious liege, you won it. Wars, kept it, gave it me. Then plain and right must my possession be, which I, with more than with a common pain, against all the world will rightfully maintain.
Health, peace, and happiness to our royal father.
Doth any name particular belong unto this chamber where I first did swoon?
'Tis called Jerusalem, my noble lord.
Oh, Lord be to God. It hath been prophesied to me many years I should not die, but in Jerusalem, which vainly I supposed the Holy Land. In this Jerusalem, let Harry die.
Stand here by me, masters. I shall make the king do you grace. I shall leer upon him as he comes by, and do but mark the countenance that he will give me.
God bless thy lungs, good night.
Come here, Bardolph. Stand behind me. Oh, if I had had time to have made new liveries, I would have bestowed the money I borrowed of you. But 'tis no matter, this poor show doth better. This doth infer the zeal I have to see him.
It does so.
It shows my earnestness of affection, my devotion, as it were, to ride day and night, and not to deliberate, not to remember, not to have patience to shift me.
'Tis best certain.
But to stand stained with travel and sweating with desire to see him, thinking of nothing else, putting all affairs else in oblivion, as if there were nothing to be done but to see him.
'Tis so indeed.
So shaken as we are, so wan with care, find we a time for frighted peace to pant and breathe short-winded accents of new broils to be commenced in strands afar remote.
God save thy grace, King Hal! My royal Hal, God save thee, my sweet boy, my king, my Jove! I speak to thee, my heart.
I know thee not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. How ill white hairs become a fool and jester. Oh, I have long dreamed of such a kind of man. So surfeit swelled, so old, and so profane, but being awaked, I do despise my dream. Make less thy body hence, and more thy grace. Leave gormandizing. Know the grave doth gape for thee, thrice wider than for other men. Reply not to me with a fool-born jest. Presume not that I am the thing I was. For God doth know, and so shall the world perceive, that I have turned away my former self. So will I those that kept me company. When thou dost hear that I am as I have been, approach me, and thou shalt be as thou wast, the tutor and the feeder of my riots. Till then, I banish thee on pain of death, not to come near our person by 10
Rosie,
miles.
don't go. Don't do it. Babe, you won't make it on the outside. You won't make it off me. No, get off. Rosie, don't. Get off me.
Shut it!
Right, go.
Come on, you two, down you come. Down you come. Line up, inmates. Lead out.